Welcome to Monday's Market Outlook here at Top Gun Options. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz, and we have an incredible week ahead, especially after last week's incredible week. Remember, market is closed on Friday, so it's a shortened week. We have a lot going on here at TGO. First thing I want to do to kick things off, though, is thank Perry Hansen, one of our TGO members, for the 40th anniversary Camus edition and the kind words. You can go check that out at our Facebook page, or you can check it out on my Twitter feed, WizCheck6. So appreciate that, Perry. For everybody else, we're kicking off our full week, or actually a shortened week minus Friday. We're still going to do our weekly options brief and our debrief on Friday, but Full Throttle kicks off tonight at 2000 Eastern Time. That's 8 o'clock for you non-military types. Head to go.topgunoptions.com/joinft. That means join Full Throttle. Free access, folks, for a full week of live trading and training, and the flight schedule for all the events is on here on the left, so I'm not going to take too much of your time in our Monday Market Outlook to brief this. And we'll give you a free copy of our OPCL, the Options Pocket Checklist, and also our 7-step trade plan. Make sure you review that trade plan before tonight, 8 o'clock session, okay? That's go.topgunoptions.com/joinft. All right, here we go, folks. The market is, let me give you my strategic mindset right now. It's cautiously bullish. We'll take a look at the S&P 500 here as we kind of do that Price is Right. What was that? The mountain climber where the guy would yodel going up to the top and hopefully he didn't fall off. It's kind of us right now. I'm cautiously bullish. And you know, this headline in the Journal this morning, U.S. stocks edge up as investors seek clues on the economy. Guess what? Last week was absolutely incredible in this market. We went from, well, over the weekend we had a terror attack in Sweden. Again, you know, it's getting tired that Trump is right in a lot of these things. He's about a couple weeks to a month ahead in things, and it's a little creepy. You know, call sign should be Nostradamus. So we had strikes to Syria. And if you also check out my Facebook page, the Top Gun Options Facebook page, you will see that at Thursday night, I'm having a nice date night with my daughter, my princess, at Grand Lux in Boca Raton in the mall. And I'm email conversation with one of my Commanding Officers Club clients, and I say, hey, he's looking for some guidance on the market. I said, hey, man, I'd be sitting on my hands, got some sources that shall remain nameless, and we're going to be lobbing some cruise missiles in here pretty soon. 3 hours later, you can see the screenshot of the email. It says, hey, you watching the news? So here we go. Airstrikes into Syria. The House Intel chairman stepped down under an ethics complaint lobbed by Democrats. And then Susan Rice, this time last week, was unmasked as the kind of Obama deep throat. And North Korean bottle rockets, folks. Oh, and by the way, Donald Trump meant President Z here in Palm Beach. Any one of these events, folks, would have been the breaking news for the entire week, and we had all of it in 1 week. How do we do here at Top Gun Options? Well, let's just take a look at how our weekly options trades did this last week. 3 weekly options trades, a Goldman Sachs bear call spread that expired for max profit of $1,100. We legged into an iron condor on the S&P 500, and we also, on the ADP number, forgot to brief that, the ADP number last Wednesday, rip your face off rally. I sold a bear call spread into it that closed for max profit about 4 hours later, also for $1,100. And here's the iron condor that expired Friday for max profit. I think it was $3,300 when it closed. 3 weekly options trades last week, 3 kills, $5,300 in profit in 1 week last week on limited risk. Now, raise your hand if you would have liked to have made $5,300 last week. So we sold into those blowout ADP numbers. The Fed minutes came out extremely hawkish. Market pulled back. Then March payrolls on Friday. I forgot to debrief this from last week. How about the blowout ADP numbers on Wednesday? And I said those don't matter, folks. Those matter for a day and a half. They're a jobs program for overcaffeinated or overcoked 28-year-olds at Goldman Sachs to race back to their cubicle and come up with their Friday numbers. Nobody predicted those Friday numbers. A huge miss. So the reason we're wallowing around right now is we're hoping for this headline. U.S. companies expect to post strongest quarter since 2011. Okay, if we do, great. The Trump rally might be able to keep getting airborne or get airborne once again. If not, we're looking at some pain here. You know, here's a good headline at Reuters, hopes fade as U.S. bank earnings despite rallying financial shares. So did we get over our ski tips with some of our financial shares and our positions? We'll take a look at ours tonight and tomorrow. Or are we still in the wheelhouse? Good article in the Journal yesterday, how Goldman Sachs made more than $1 billion with your credit score. Why? They bought TransUnion. I'm going to brief you on that story, folks, too. Goldman Sachs, they are the absolute Death Star, and we'll talk about that. So last week before the strike, this was the narrative. Suddenly both Obamacare repeal and Trump tax reform are dead. The fact that he got Neil Gordon, forgot to brief that too. So we used the read option last week and used 51 simple majority vote in the Senate to get our justice appointed. And then he lobs missiles into Syria. So the market's looking at this a little bit as, okay, maybe this Trump guy isn't messing around. And now we have the, again, news item, the Carl Vinson Battle Group, the Carrier Strike Group. They're supposed to be done with their cruise, making a port call in Australia, and coming home. My first deployment on board the Abraham Lincoln, supposed to go to Australia. Good morning, Abraham Lincoln. This is the captain. We're not going to Australia. That is all. And you could hear 5,000 guys, just the life go out of them as we stayed flying missions over the no-fly zone in Iraq because Saddam was rattling his saber. So I know the feeling of the Vinson Battle Group as they're turning around and going up to Korea, but the needs of the Navy and the nation come first. So a lot going on this week. I'm about to send out an S&P 500 trade to my weekly options members. Remember, at 1 o'clock this afternoon, I'm hosting a timing research trader roundtable with a couple other 500-pound heads. We're going to talk about the market this week. But check that out. For the past couple weeks, we've been nailing our weekly options trades, bouncing off this 50-day moving average and hanging. This white space is going to be interesting, and we're going to be talking about it tonight at 8 o'clock as we kick off Full Throttle Week. Over here in the white space to the downside, Russia, Iran, Syria, and then, earnings. If the Trump rally runs out of steam. To the upside over here, earnings. Remember, I call this a hope and change rally. After the election, which we were one of the only financial firms to predict a Trump victory and Trump rally, as Goldman, Citi, JP Morgan all predicted a Hillary win, and if Trump won, the world would end. Go trade with those guys, folks. They're brilliant. We got all this right. But this was the hope rally. Now we need to see the change. There's the healthcare implosion. Oh, my God, this guy can't get anything done. Missiles into Syria, justice approved. We think he might be able to get tax reform and the deregulation and the infrastructure spending up. So up here to the north of this white space is that stuff. It's a little bit in limbo, folks, so it's going to get interesting. Again, you got to join us tonight to kick off Full Throttle. We're going to have a great week. We only have 50 slots. We do this, as we have churn and folks leave and head back out to the fleet. So head to go.topgunoptions.com/joinft, and it's going to be a blast this week, okay? I got to get going. Got to get ready for my hosting this afternoon at 1 o'clock. Have a great rest of your day. I'll be enjoying, maybe I'll enjoy some of that cab tonight at 8 o'clock with my new folks. Or, you know what? Actually, I'm going to save it for a special occasion. So have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. And I'll see many of you at 8 o'clock tonight for our Full Throttle kickoff brief. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you.